Please be seated. Good evening and welcome to the 27th Annual Commencement for Creative Technologies Academy. This evening presents an opportunity to honor our class of 2025. Please help me celebrate that with a big round of applause. And I would like to begin by introducing our board of directors who are present here this evening. Board members, please stand as I introduce you. Mrs. Cynthia Patton, Mr. Anthony D'Amico, Dr. Shanil Ritma, and Mr. James Comden. Please give them a round of applause. Tonight is a celebration, not just of academic achievement, but of growth, perseverance, and the incredible journey of each of our graduates and what they've had to do to reach this moment. This evening also gives us an opportunity to honor the people who have supported them every step of the way. Their parents, their family, their loved ones. Your encouragement, your late night pep talks, the car rides, the sacrifices you've made, they have mattered. Graduates, I would like you to take a moment to give all of your friends and family a round of applause for the people who have stood beside you this whole journey. To the families that are here tonight, your partnership with CTA is part of what makes this CTA community so strong and so special. Together, we have lived out our mission of developing students in character, academics, and leadership. And because of your support, our graduates are now ready to go out and positively change the world. To our CTA staff, you continue to amaze me. You bring your vision to life each day through innovation, your integrity, and your excellence. You model what it means to be a collaborative community, and the way that you show up for your students academically and emotionally is nothing short of extraordinary. Thank you for never settling for good enough and for reminding us that small schools can do big things. And to the class of 2025, this is your night. You are all courageous and you have faced challenges and you've come out stronger. You've taken risks, you've asked hard questions, you've laughed, you've cried, you've led, you've grown, and tonight you will walk across the stage not just as graduates, but as CTA world changers, the kind of leaders that our future needs. You represent the best of who we are at CTA, and even though your time as a student may be ending, your role in this CTA community never will. Once a Charger, always a Charger. So class of 2025, as you take your next steps, my hope for you is simple. Be brave, be kind, be curious, but stay rooted in who you are, and always remember the strength of this community right here that will stand behind you. On behalf of all of us, thank you for letting all of us be a part of your journey. I'm so proud of each of you. And now, I'd like to welcome and honor Mr. Brett Zuber, our CTA Secondary Principal, to the stage.
Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome. What a beautiful evening. And again, class of 2025, congratulations. It's going to be a great night. We're going to talk about our legacy presentations today as we graduate 3 students who have attended CTA for their entire elementary and secondary school career, kindergarten through 12th grade. We are pleased to honor these students with a special certificate. They are also wearing a special cord to recognize this achievement. When I call your name, please stand up and head over and see Mr. Copeland to receive your certificate. Isaac Buchholz. Shawnee Mason. And Megan McKinney. get one more round of applause for all three of our chargers. Thank you. Now we're going to enter into our Senior Scholarship Awards. CTA awards annual scholarships to seniors who are continuing their education at a college, university, or trade school and have excelled in fulfilling the Academy's mission. I would like to introduce Marcy Putney, our CTA High School science teacher, who will present the Character Award.
And I am going to be giving you an award for the senior who has excelled in character. Character is a foundation of true excellence. It is reflected not in what we believe, but in how we live those beliefs each day. At CTA, we are proud to partner with families to help nurture their character in all of our charters, building students who leave a positive impact both on our campus and in the world beyond. Our students display character in countless ways, making it no easy task to choose just one recipient. Yet one woman has consistently stood out for the way she lives out her values. She exemplifies what it means to be caring, hardworking, appreciative, growth-minded, empowering, respectful, and strong. She leads by example, offering a positive influence not only to her peers, but also to the younger students. The younger students look up to her. Her compassion, determination, and commitment to doing what is right make her a true inspiration. She is devoted to her family, her learning, and to making a meaningful difference in the world. When I met her, she was in my biology class. I had never seen her in class before, but she looked familiar. I realized that I had actually seen her around at my summer job. We had been co-workers, but hadn't really worked together. At first, she was very shy in my class, but soon she made friends and got involved with school activities and organizations, including NHS and KCTC. She also became a presenter regarding the moral-focused trait kindness. In class, she excelled during group projects, presentations, and individual assignments as well. I've been very proud of the way she worked with other students and how she was always kind. Please join me in a round of applause as we honor our 2025 CTA Character Award winner, Brooke Van Toff. Congratulations, Brooke. Next, I would like to introduce Tricia Fuse, our CTA High School resource teacher, who will present our Scholarship and Achievement Award.
Our next scholarship goes to a senior who has excelled in scholarship and academic achievement. It is my absolute honor and privilege to stand before you today to present one of the most meaningful recognitions we offer, the Scholarship Award. This award is not just about academic achievement, although that is certainly part of it. It represents perseverance, commitment to learning, a drive to make a difference, and courage to pursue big dreams. This year's recipient has embodied all of those qualities and more. This student has demonstrated excellence not only in the classroom, but also through community involvement, an impressive college course load, National Honor Society, and more. The recipient of this year's Scholarship and Academic Achievement Award has challenged herself by completing not only the requirements for a high school diploma,
but has also earned her associate's degree from Grand Rapids Community College. To highlight just how hard she has worked, this program normally takes an additional 5th year, and she has completed hers a year ahead of schedule. She has earned her rightful place as valedictorian and so much more. Whether it was volunteering, maintaining a top GPA, or being an example for fellow students, this student has consistently shown dedication to both personal growth and the betterment of others. The Scholarship Award is intended to support and encourage students who we believe will go on to make an impact in their chosen field, in their communities, and in the world. With everything the student has already accomplished, we have no doubt they will continue to do just that. So on behalf of CTA, it is my great pleasure to present 2025 Scholarship Award to Sage Simcox. Our CTA High School Mathematics teacher will present our leadership awards.
The next scholarship goes to a senior who's excelled in leadership. Leadership is about one life influencing another. It's about vision, integrity, resilience, and the ability to bring people together toward a common purpose. Today we celebrate someone who embodies those qualities fully. This year's Leadership Award goes to someone who has consistently led by example during his 5 years on our campus. He is inspired not just through words, but through action, whether that is in the classroom, in basketball, soccer, or National Honor Society. He has demonstrated what it means to listen, to support, to challenge the status quo when needed, and to uplift others even in the face of adversity. His commitment to excellence, ability to unite diverse voices, and unwavering ethical compass have left an indelible mark on our school and community. This award is not simply for what he has accomplished, though that list is long and impressive. It is for how he accomplished it, with empathy, strength, vision, and heart. Please join me in congratulating this year's recipient of the Leadership Award, Alexander M. Toth. Congratulations, Anne. Please welcome Lisa Perry, our K-12 physical education teacher, to the podium as she presents the CTA Athletics Awards.
Hello. Our next awards honor seniors who truly exemplify what it means to be a student athlete. These individuals have been active contributors to CTA's athletic programs while maintaining their athletic responsibilities, a challenging balance that requires commitment, time management, and heart. Throughout their journey, they have demonstrated dedication, leadership, and perseverance, both on and off the court or field. We are proud to recognize the following CTA athletes for their outstanding efforts and achievements. Our first Senior Athlete Award goes to a young woman who has been an integral part of CTA's community since the 8th grade, Emily Kopp. Throughout her high school career, Emily has demonstrated exceptional dedication, perseverance, and versatility as a multi-sport athlete. She has competed in cross-country for 2 seasons, volleyball for 2 seasons, and soccer for an impressive 5 seasons, making her one of the most well-rounded and committed athletes at CTA. Her hard work and skill on the field and court earned her the prestigious Great Lakes 6 Academic All-Conference Award. This honor recognizes not only outstanding athletic performance and sportsmanship, but also the dedication it takes to maintain a 3.5 GPA or higher throughout her entire high school. More than her athletic talent, Emily has served as a steady and dependable presence on every team she's been a part of. Her leadership, positivity, and team-first mindset have made her a role model for her peers and an invaluable asset to our sports programs. Whether running long distances, blocking or serve, or defending on the soccer field, Emily consistently brings heart, focus, and determination to everything she does. It is my great pleasure to present Emily Cobb with the 2025 CTA Female Athlete Award in recognition of her outstanding contribution to Charter Athletics. Please join me again in a well-deserved round of applause as we celebrate Emily Cobb, an athlete, leader, and true Charter. Our second and final Senior Athlete Award goes to a young man who has been a dedicated member of the CTA community since the 8th grade, Alexander M. Toth. Xander has made a lasting impact on our athletics programs through his commitment, leadership, and talent. Over the course of 5 seasons in basketball and 6 seasons in soccer, he has shown not only remarkable athletic ability, but also the heart and determination of a true student athlete. He even served his coaches and teammates as captain on the varsity boys basketball and soccer teams for 3 seasons. As a multi-season team captain, Xander consistently led by example, motivating his teammates, modeling good sportsmanship, and representing CTA with pride. His hard work and skill on the field earned him the prestigious Great Lakes 6 Academic All-Conference Award. This accolade recognizes impressive play, sportsmanship, and maintaining that 3.5 or higher GPA throughout high school. Beyond the stats and accolades, Xander has been a leader, a teammate, and a Charger through and through. We're proud to recognize him for his outstanding achievements and lasting legacy in CTA athletics. Please join me again in a round of applause as we honor Alexander M. Toth as our 2025. Please welcome CTA Secondary Principal Brett Zucker, who will introduce our senior who has been awarded a scholarship from an outside institution.
Let's get one more round of applause for our folks. Our students here at CTA truly embody the spirit of our school, and their success is a testament to the bright futures that lie ahead. At this time, we would like to recognize a senior who has received a scholarship award from an outside academic institution. This accolade reflects not only his academic prowess, but also his dedication to making a positive impact in the broader community. We are incredibly proud of the hard work, leadership, and integrity he has demonstrated. Our senior scholarship recipient is Sean Hazen. Sean, please stand to be recognized. Keep standing, Sean. I'm not done. Okay, keep standing. All right. Sean has received the 2025 TMC Lincoln Tech NADC Diesel Truck Technician Scholarship, which will support his aspirations of becoming a diesel technician. Sean, congratulations. Thank you. I'm pleased to and honored to introduce our salutatorian and valedictorian for 2025. Both of these seniors have excelled academically throughout their high school years. In recognition of their academic achievements, both students have received special medals. Our 2025 CTA salutatorian is Alexander Toth. Xander has a grade point average of 4.07, which ranks him second in the 2025 graduating class. He has been a dedicated student at CTA for the past 5 years. He has not only maintained honor roll status every semester, but also demonstrated leadership and excellence beyond the classroom. Xander has played 5 seasons of basketball and soccer, which we just celebrated, serving as team captain multiple times in both sports and earning first team all-conference recognition in soccer. This year, he also led as president of CTA's National Honor Society chapter. Outside of school, Xander works at Meyer and enjoys spending his free time playing sports, video games, and hanging out with friends. After graduation, he plans to attend Ferris State University. There we go. There we go. And is excited to explore where his future plans may lead. Please welcome, and by the way, just off the script, he's a great young man. It's been an honor to get to know you this year, and I can't wait to see what you're doing in the future. Please welcome Dan.
Hello there. I'll start by giving a special thanks to everyone who has helped me throughout high school. Most notably, Mr. Zuber, Mrs. Madison, my parents, CTA's faculty and administration, my friends, and most importantly, God. Fellow graduates, former peers, esteemed faculty, honored guests, and the proud families whose graduates are up on stage, we have all come here to celebrate the commencement of our high school adventure. An adventure filled with long hours, hard work, and a lot of stress, but even more fun. It's a little surreal standing up here speaking to you all, not only because I dread public speaking, but also because I'm standing in a metaphorical doorway. A doorway that leads from the familiar room of youth to the vast outside world. As Lao Tzu put it, the journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step. And now it is up to us to take that step and start a new adventure, going in whatever direction which we'd like to. And I'm truly honored that you are all here to witness this moment in our lives. Reflecting on the past 14 years, I realized that school was much more than just pens and paper. It was the fun times in the court and the field. It was the niche references that only a few people knew, and the times where bellies would hurt from laughing too much. It was the It was the late nights and the early mornings. It was the bonds we would make with our teachers as they molded us into the academic weapons that we are today. It was the experience of meeting new people that we couldn't imagine not having in our lives today, and the experience of losing people which we thought that we would have forever. It was these experiences that showed us lessons that words could never come close to teaching. Now, we must use these experiences to mold our futures as they have molded our past, building upon what we have already done in order to support what is to come. Before us lies a future filled with endless opportunities and possibilities. Walt Disney once said, "All of our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them." And wherever the pursuit of our dreams takes us, I hope that we don't forget what we have learned here, and that we use what we have learned, that we may become better people than we were before. Congratulations, class of 2025. I'm very proud of all of you, and I am very grateful to have shared so much time with you.
Thank you, Xander. Great job. Great job. And now, our class of 2025 valedictorian is Sage Sadowski. Sage, come on. Sage has a 4.28 GPA. That's what everybody gets. Which ranks her first in the 2025 graduating class. She's been part of the CTA family for the past 11 years. Throughout her time here, Sage has been actively involved in school activities, especially during her elementary and middle school years. In high school, she played girls soccer for 4 seasons and was a member of CTA's National Honor Society. Sage also pursued dual enrollment, spending the last 3 years at GRCC through the Kent ISD Launching Program, where she earned her associate's degree in general arts even before graduating high school tonight. So you're gonna have a game. Outside the classroom, Sage works at her local Culver's and enjoys spending time with friends, listening to music, and planning her next adventures. After graduation, she plans to take a gap year to explore career paths, travel the country, and discover more about herself and her future. And Sage, I don't know if you remember this, but we met early in school this year. But the first time we spent any quality time together, we were emptying a giant overflowing garbage receptacle. You remember? Yes. Yes. And I just thought it was so impressive. You took it upon yourself and you were trying to flip this 80-pound garbage thing over. And I know, okay, she's a special young woman. So Sage, Sage, come on up.
CTA Board of Directors, Mr. Zuber, Ms. Matson, administration and faculty, graduates, class of 2025, family and friends. Thank you to those who came today to celebrate this milestone with us. Parents, mentors, friends, and family, without all of you, none of us would be up here today marking this achievement. To the teachers who had to deal with 3 Sidlauskas sisters, I apologize. Shout out to Ms. Moose and Mrs. Cohn, the brave warriors they are for teaching us all, freshman through senior year, comforting us through our panic attacks about A- grades, and encouraging us to reach stars we thought we couldn't even dream of. Although I may not have had a class with you each year, I promise that does not erase you from our sisterly conversations. Thank you to all the other wonderful teachers here today as well for enduring and uplifting us all through the challenges and chaos of our time together. Give yourself a pat on the back for mentally surviving the seniors of 2025. To my fellow graduates, we did it! We survived the awkward years of finding ourselves in the locker-lined aisles of our school, the sleepless nights fueled by caffeine and caffeine alone, the almost endless studying and quiz-taking, and worst of all, the senioritis. Despite all the challenges, we pushed through and grew into the people we are today, growing from scared and weird 14-year-olds to confident, capable, and weird adults that we are today. I can confidently say that I am proud of each of us. We've laughed, cried, grown, and learned so much in and outside of the classroom. Congratulations, guys, we made it through! I'd also like to give a special, I said it was good credit. I'd like to give a special shout out to my dad. Although my dad has admitted to not being the perfect role model, he's always encouraged my sisters and I to learn from his mistakes and make our lives better. In my life, I've made a lot of decisions, and not all of them great. But no matter what I did, where I was, or what I said, my dad was always right beside me, helping me along my journey into adulthood. I couldn't ask for a better parent. Thank you, Dad. I would not be up here if it weren't for you. While reflecting on who and what has shaped us, a well-known psychological theory comes to mind. Erik Erikson's theory of psychosocial development includes 8 key stages that a person goes through in a lifetime. These stages are thought to build character through life experiences and genetics. The stage that us graduates are finishing now is called identity versus role confusion. And one of the challenges is the pressure to conform, the drive to fit in, to be liked, to be normal. Thankfully, my community here at CTA made it so I didn't feel like I had to conform. I felt comfortable being my strange, unusual, and creative self, and never felt pressured by my peers to change who I was. I was encouraged to be myself, actually be myself. I was encouraged to express my thoughts and ideas, no matter how ridiculous they were. I was encouraged to I believe that this is one of the things that makes our school so special. We embrace our differences, and we use them to define our strengths and better find our place in the world. We are all world changers, no matter who we are. These 4 years seemed to pass by so slow when they were in front of me, yet they happened too fast now that I look back. And as I brace for the world and opportunities ahead of me, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't scared. But I'm also excited. Mr. Zuber actually told me something a few weeks ago that stuck with me. To commence does not mean to end. A commencement is not a ceremony that marks the end of something, but rather, it marks the beginning of something new. As we sit here today listening to speeches, words from school leaders and teachers, hearing our name be called as we walk across the stage, we are not marking the end. We are marking our beginning. I'm excited to see what the next 4 years will be. Some of us look to college, while others look to jobs and careers, and some of us are just now picking up the pen and writing our lives. We look forward to the next stage of our lives with hope, purpose, and a sense of immortality. But life is precious because it doesn't last forever. Our time is luck. That's what gives meaning to the choices we make, the memories we hold, and the people we become. So as we move forward, let's make our time count. Inspired by John F. Kennedy, I would like to finish with this. Let us not ask what the future will give to us. Let us ask what we will give to the future. Thank you.
I am thrilled to welcome Dr. Bill Pink, the president of Ferris State University, as our 2025 commencement speaker. Dr. Pink is a passionate educator and a leader who has dedicated his career to advancing student success and expanding opportunities in higher education. Dr. Bill Pink became the 19th president of Ferris State University in 2022, making history as the first African American to hold this position since the university's founding in 1884. He is a strong advocate for student success and workforce development, embodying Ferris's mission of providing opportunities and empowering students to thrive. Before leading at Ferris State University, Dr. Pink served as the president of Grand Rapids Community College, which is where I first met him, as he worked with my husband, Scott. I hear he's a pretty good golfer. My husband, not you, right? Okay, just kidding. At GRCC, he championed access to education and strengthened community partnerships. His leadership expertise also includes serving as Vice President for Academic Affairs at Oklahoma State University, Oklahoma City campus. And beyond his work in higher education, Dr. Pink is actively involved in shaping policy and economic development in both regional and national levels. He serves on several boards, including the Corewell Health West Michigan, Talent First, The Right Place, and the Michigan Economic Development Corporation Executive Committee. In 2023, he was appointed as the co-chair of the Higher Education Working Group for Governor Gretchen Whitmer's Growing Michigan Together Council, helping to develop long-term vision for Michigan's higher education systems. Dr. Pink holds a Doctor of Philosophy in Instructional Leadership and Academic Curriculum from the University of Oklahoma, a master's degree in Physical Education and Secondary Education from the University of Central Oklahoma, and a Bachelor of Science in Physical Education and Professional Education from Oklahoma Christian University. That's a lot of school. Woo. We're so honored to have Dr. Pink here today for this special occasion. Please join me in a round of applause and welcome him to the stage.
Good afternoon, good evening. One of those, good evening? There we go, good evening. Okay, come on, good evening. Good evening. I know it's commencement, I know you guys get all stuffy and commencement and pomp and circumstance. I don't believe in that. I believe in celebration. Because that's what we're here for tonight, aren't we? Oh my goodness, wake up. Are you? We're here for celebration. Thank you. I owe Superintendent Matson an apology because when I hear people say that they're going to be a bulldog, I get all excited. So Apologize for my outburst. Not really. Alexander, I need you to come up here for a second. Who are going to be Bulldogs, and I owe you guys the same thing that I'm about to give this man. Whenever you get to campus, you need to show us about the office and show me the Bulldogs, because you are So Fair State is proud to be the sponsor of CTA, to be that charter school sponsor. This is one of our schools, so to me, all of them are members of our Bulldog family, and it's an honor to be able to say that. It's good to be here with you tonight. It's good to be able to celebrate. I want to say, first of all, not only thank you and congratulations to you as parents, as friends, as relatives. Also, would you please join me in giving a round of applause to the faculty and staff of this great academy. Good education does not happen without folks who care about students. And when you have people that care about students, that is one of the most important factors in education, especially in K-12 education. One of the most important things is the care that a classroom teacher gives. And so when you have that, that is a good mix for really, really good education to happen. So when you have that here at CTA, I say to you, congratulations. I won't spend a whole lot of time tonight. I know it's hard to believe from a university president to say that, but I do want to have a couple of messages. One, my first message will be to you as parents and friends, and then the next part of the message will be to your graduates. But I need to start off with you guys. One of the things about what your graduate has accomplished, and we celebrate tonight, is a huge thing when it comes to commencement, when it comes to finishing, when it comes to graduating. Well, here's your job. You need to figure out what is it that you do for this next chapter of their life and how you support them. What does that support look like? How do you encourage? How do you continue to say, you know what, how can I help you? How do you continue to be there for them? Now, in some cases, that may not be the easiest thing to answer, because after all, they may decide to go off to college somewhere, go off to school somewhere, go travel. But your job, your task that I issue you tonight, and I don't care if you're mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, friend, brother, sister, does not matter. The question becomes, how do you continue to support, to help, to encourage? At our university, one thing I talk about quite a bit, especially this last weekend when we graduated some 1,300 students at Fair State, I said the same thing to that crowd. Because that crowd has done things for years to help, and sometimes it was a word of encouragement. Sometimes it is, in our case, with the ages of our students, and sometimes many of our students are married with kids. Sometimes those are the very people who had to babysit for them. Sometimes it was a shoulder to cry on. Sometimes it's an encouraging word. And that's what we see at the university, but that is the same thing in many cases that they need from you. How do you continue to be the support system for their next chapter, whatever that next is? And sometimes, as I said, depending on what they're doing, depending on what they need, sometimes support looks different one to another, but rest assured, they still need your support. So I encourage you, think through that. In some ways, if you're thinking through that, another exercise you may want to do with that, ask them. Ask them, how does that look for me? What does it look like for me to continue this support for you? What do you need from me? It's a really cool question to ask. I look forward to hearing what those answers are. Now, to graduates. Now, you and I need to talk. There are several things I need to, and you guys can listen if you want to. It's okay. Graduates, let me talk to you for a second. So, I want to leave you with 3 things tonight. 2 points, and then a third thing is a story. First point, when people talk to me about leadership, and when they ask me what are some of those things that I need to, whoever it is, what do I need to know when it comes to this thing of leadership? Dr. Payne, what is it that you would give me? There are 3 things I give you. The first thing, as far as leadership is concerned, and when I say it this way in terms of leadership, I call these just some things to live by, no matter if you're the person in charge or you're the person following the person in charge. Number 1, always understand that no matter what, you will never be able to please everybody. You will never be able to please everybody. And I would say, as you set out on that one, you will quickly find out that if you try to do that, it is a failing effort. Because it is hard to please everyone, because some people have a much different idea of what you think is success, and they have a different idea from what the next person thinks is success. And if you have 2 different people who think 2 different things about what success is, good luck. Because you won't be able to please all of them. Now, if you have that art of negotiation, there is an art to be able to take both of those individuals and leave them thinking that they got what they needed from you. If you can pull that one off, let me know. But number 1, always, always understand, you will never be able to please everybody. Point number 2. As you think about this second point, this one, for me, is one of those that you learn hard sometimes. And here's the thing. It doesn't matter as much how you fail. What matters is how you bounce back from the failure. And whether you bounce back. Because we're all going to fail. I love, one of my favorite basketball players of all time is Michael Jordan, and he also talks about how many times he has failed in his career. When he was playing basketball, he failed so many times, but his lasting statement is, I failed so many times, but that is why I succeed. Because what matters is what you learn from the failure. And yes, you will fail. It's just part of that thing called life. But what matters is how you bounce back. Because people who are looking at you, people who want to hire you one day, they are also asking that question as well. And I will say to you, as you think about and as you start embarking upon what does this next look like, that idea of whether it's to college or not to college, go to the university or not to, I will still tell you, and the data is still there, you will always, in this day and age, you will always hear people question the value of a higher education, but the data still shows really strong that the person who finishes that associate degree, that bachelor's degree, or the master's, even the doctorate, over the course of a lifetime, you make a lot more money than if you don't finish those. The data is still there. But what matters is how you bounce back. And the third thing, this thing called character. Character. Let me give you a story. Guys, this story you're about to hear, okay. So, it's a true story, and I don't tell the story very much. And you will find out why. So, it was about 12 years ago. We still live, it's about 15 years ago now. We were living in the state of Oklahoma. Our kids grew up in Oklahoma. Our son was in 6th grade in Oklahoma City. And 6th grade, on this particular day, was the 6th grade picnic. So my wife and I decided to volunteer and work at the 6th grade picnic. Now it's in May, and in May in the state of Oklahoma, the wind is very, very intense. I mean, every day in May, they call it Tornado Alley for a reason. I mean, the wind is just crazy. And on this particular day, it was a 6th grade picnic, and we're out at the park, and this park, we had hundreds of 6th graders out there. Now, if you ever do that, wow. So, the 6th grade picnic, And as we're standing there, all you do as sixth graders at a picnic is that you just try to corral and just try to make sure that no one is doing anything that could harm or kill somebody. So, as we're at the picnic, there was a friend of ours whose son was a sixth grader as well. Her name was Becky, by the way. Becky was I think Chase was his name. She was Chase's mom. So Becky, we see her, and Becky's a good friend, so we wave at Becky. Becky, how are you doing? So Becky comes over to my wife and I. Becky is approaching me. So she gets to me, hey, Bill, how are you doing? And I give Becky a hug. And as I hug Becky, it's a windy day. And I am hugging Becky, and the wind blows at that precise moment. Her hair flies up and flies into my mouth as I'm saying hi to Becky. True story. I'm saying hi to Becky, her hair blows into my mouth. I had gum in my mouth. Because of the hairspray that Becky was wearing that day, I got instant cotton mouth. I mean, dried me out just like that. I start kind of coughing a little bit, but I'm trying to be cool. I don't want her to recognize that I'm choking on her hair. So I kind of pull away, and I'm trying to be, hey, yeah, good to see you. There's no gum in my mouth anymore. So I'm looking, as I'm talking to her, I'm kind of looking on the ground, hoping that the gum is on the ground. Hopefully it flew out and it's on the ground. I see it nowhere on the ground as I'm talking to Becky. True story, guys. There were witnesses. So, as Becky said, as we say our goodbyes, she said, okay, yeah, good to see you. She turns around and walks away, and I say, bye, Becky. There's that piece of gum in her hair, just swinging as she's walking by. So it's decision time, isn't it? It's decision time. Think about this one. I've got to make a call here. Because I can stay quiet, let Becky walk, she will be gone, and she will never know how that gum got in her mouth. I'm home free. She'll never know. Or I can yell at Becky and say, hey, you got the gum. Now, it's about character. It's about the decisions you are going to have in this life. Because these decisions that go beyond, am I going to go to college or not? Decisions that go beyond where we're going to go out to eat this afternoon. It goes beyond that. It gets to your character. It gets to some of the basic things that you will be faced with in this thing called life, which is, how do I conduct myself in a way that has integrity? The way that will, when no one is looking, and no one will know. I'm home free if I just let her walk. But I won't. And so for you, friends, the decisions that you will have now, the things that and this whole idea, you probably have heard over the last several days, people that talk about, man, you guys are going to get congratulations, you're in the real world now. I'm a believer that as long as you are faced with the battle between right and wrong, you are already in the real world. You're already there. And here we are at the decisions that we have to make in life that truly question that thing called character. You will have those in this thing called life. In these next few months, in these next few years, whether you find yourself on our campus, whether you find yourself on anyone else's campus, rest assured, you will have these decisions to make. So the question becomes, what does that look like for you? And how do you react when life throws at you those questions that only you can answer and only you know? And what will your answer be? I love the fact that you've got that ahead of you. May not seem like the most fun thing, but I can rest assured with you that this is what this idea of, as you now move from this great academy, now that you move on and you're going to whatever your next is, what an opportunity you have to not only be the one to make those decisions in a way that shows integrity, but also in a way that you can show everyone else that level of integrity. Our university, Ferris State University, is named after a gentleman, Woodbridge Ferris. We are the only public university in the state of Michigan that is named after its founder. The only one. There is no, I don't know, no Central Michigan Johnson or a Grand Valley Smith. I mean, they just don't work there. Those aren't the people. Ferris State University is named after Woodbridge Ferris. Woodbridge Ferris, two-time governor in the state of Michigan, a senator for the state of Michigan, actually candidate for president. Woodbridge Ferris founded our institution 140 years ago. And what I love about this piece of what I have to share with you as I close is what he really talked about when he started us up 140 years ago back in 1884. Because what he said about Ferris State is almost exactly what your institution says for you. The idea of changing the world, what Woodbridge Ferris stood for. What he said about a Ferris State graduate, at that time, a Ferris Institute graduate, what he said is that your job as a Ferris State student is to go out and make the world a better place. And that, to me, is what I would leave with you this evening. How do you make the world, your world? Don't get me wrong. You may look at that and think, well, how am I supposed to make the world better? No. Your world. How do you make your world? Because that's the one you have the biggest hands on. How do you make your world a better place? And how can you be not a game changer, but as I challenge our students at Ferris State, forget being a game changer, let's reverse that. Let's say, how do you change the game? Instead of just thinking game changer, that sounds almost unreachable. We're game changers. Well, we say that a lot, but what does that mean? Well, let's reverse the statement. How can you change the game? Whatever your game is, your world, whatever you go into, as you go into your next, how do you change the game? How do you make such an impact on what you're doing that they have to adjust? Man, we got to change this up because they took us to another level. We've got to do something different now. That's called changing the game. There have been people throughout history who have changed their game because they made their world a better place. I challenge you, not only the two things I mentioned to you before, but that third thing of character. And yes, because you would, I know you're thinking about it. So as Becky was walking away, I said, hey, Becky. She came back over. I explained to her what I explained to you. You know, when you were talking to me, your hair blew in my mouth and my gun was in your mouth. In your hair. That would have been good. How do you explain that to your wife? Becky had a big laugh over it, and here we are 15 years later. Whenever I see her, we still have a big laugh about that. Because that was just one of those moments, you'll just laugh and that was it. But for me, friends, that was a whole lot deeper than just asking someone to come back over because of what was in their hair. That was a challenge. And that's the challenge that I ask you to reach. God bless you so much. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you, Dr. Payne. Hello, my name is Kate Belkowski, and I serve as the CTA Elementary Principal. But tonight, I have the honor and privilege of presenting our class of 2025 CTA graduates. Will the class of 2025 please rise and line up? First row, please. Front row only, front row only. Mr. D'Amico, Mrs. Manson, members of the Board of Directors, the following members of the class of 2025 have completed all requirements for graduation as outlined by the State of Michigan and Creative Technologies Academy. I recommend them for the appropriate diploma from Creative Technologies Academy. Ready? This is it. Nathan Wyatt Brewer. Isaac Buchholz. Emily J. Cobb. Jacob Frederick De La Rosa. Isaiah D. Elliott. Zach Gibbs. Sean Hazen. Second row, please stand. Riley Jones. Dominic Kozlik. Adeline K. Lopez. Shawnee R. Mason. Megan McKinney. Blake Rapp. Chloe E. Rapp. Third row, please stand. Ethan D. Rowley. Sage O. Sidlowski. Eric Tanis. Alexander Marshall Toth. Logan Michael Vandenbos. Brooke Van Toff. Tashawn T. Williams. Abigail J. Wright. I am pleased to present to you the Creative Technologies Academy Class of 2025. Graduates. Congratulations. Please be seated.
All right, don't they look amazing? Don't they look amazing? All right, guys, it's the last thing in your lives I will ever ask you to do. I'm going to ask you to do just a couple things. I promise this will be 30 seconds or less, and I'm going to hold to it, okay? I want you at some point, whether it's tonight or by the end of the weekend, to thank these people that helped you get to where you are today. Because as you know, there's a lot of late nights, there's tears, there's effort, there's driving, all this stuff. Take a moment to thank those people, whether it's your parents, your grandparents, your siblings, whomever it may be. Make sure and thank them. It matters. It matters. The last three things I'm going to ask you to do. Be brave. Be bold. Most importantly, be you. Be brave, be bold, and be you. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate the newest alumni of Creative Technology Academy Class of 2025. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Turned off quick. By the way, families, every senior, you get to take one of these home with you, one of these hot plants. It's a parting gift with your diploma. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody. Have a great night.
Wasn't too hard, right? Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Have a good night. Is it out? Yeah.